That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close. Demonology. I should have known.
This fella again.
He's persistent. I'll grant him that. This isn't over yet. It's up to no good. Did we miss a few?
fly one. I hate those things.
Wasn't your first, won't be your last.
Aye, thank you.
Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here.
Shreds of a memory linger here.
Oh there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes, but also shoddy. It's very poor work. Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need. I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of lesser palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Himi seo mar húne níos.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
He got the wrong ghost too.
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which. Shall we? This isn't over yet. Run, Red!
They brought more friends. How sure are we that the ritual will work?
Caleb's work was poor. Your work will be good. Cold feet?
No. Not now, not ever.
The ritual shall work, and all shall be well. I promise.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah, can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because... of course it did.
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now? There's something else you should know, if you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house. True.
True.
And where was Caleb while all this was happening?
He was there. He stood rooted in place, frozen in fear. And then it was too late. He could do nothing but watch us burn. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves us all to strange endeavours. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger, more so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere, watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now, destroying his reputation, as I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cad. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
Alone? Not really. Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again. Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad.
Ruth and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle where that isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris. Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. I am warded. I cannot. The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down? Missed it?
Always.
I know.
Time must be nearby. This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth.
Did you feel that?
It's close. Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
You! What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank rump! Whatever you found, it ain't yours!
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Pock off and die! I'm in charge here. No. Hush ye. Alexander, I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
Oh, I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me. Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine, and you have not the right, you hear? You've not the right. Her heart! Give it back!
Unclean spirit, leave now.
That's not the ritual I'd have used.
Present yourself, I compel it.
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
When did you learn that Caleb had lied to you about his brother's infidelity?
Who goes worse shod than the shoemaker's wife? There was no one moment. One day I knew what he'd done, and knew I'd known it for the longest time. Alexander had his flaws, but he loved the whole of me. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Wait, Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual?
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay. Please, Ruth, let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now. Caleb Watson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you. I was winning. I was winning.
The line twixt love and hate is thin and easily crossed, especially between brothers.
None are better placed to wound than your own blood. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Our love story shall have a better ending. I shall be as I was before, as if I'd never gone away.
Aye. I hear you.
Good. Now, let's see what Lammy Haskell has to say about raising spirits from the dead.
Someone inside's hard at work.
Wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house.
The New England Primer. Looks new.
Looks local. This is locked from the inside.
Hallowed be thy name, Marcy, our beloved angel, heaven sent. I'm busy. What do you want?
What happened to your hands, Hugh?
An angel came down from heaven and gave me the mark of the Lord Jesus. We may talk about his good word, if you wish to hear it.
Stigmata? That's surprisingly Catholic.
I'll assume you did not mean that slander, but be warned, I'll not take it again.
Tell me about this angel. How did you meet?
The angel is my sister, and she bears the mark of the Lord. Marcy wandered in the wilderness for many days and nights, and then, one day, she returned to lead her people to salvation.
He's haunted by a ghost, but thinks she's an angel. I hope you're taking note, Red McWraith.
Speaking from personal experience, she's likely not an angel. She's probably a ghost.
Oh, thou of little faith. I have not yet met God, but I do not question his existence.
Perhaps I should envy her certainty.
If you are blessed enough to meet my sister, then you'll change your mind.
I'd like that. Where can I find her?
Near the old mill, hidden at the end of Long Beach, is a cave. Our sacred place. She will be there. They never could find her body, but she is still there.
I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, but I shall not.
If Hugh... puts his faith in his sister's ghost, he's a fool.
I can understand the need to believe, but come on.
It's not for us to change his mind. Ugh, siblings.
Feeling guilty about Naomi Day and Timmy.
On principle, I refuse to feel guilty. Yes, I feel guilty. I should have made the journey. I should have gone to see them.
Time flies.
And oh, how it has flown.
Doesn't this ocean air just make you want to sail the open seas?
I've always wondered where your love of boats came from.
I definitely was a pirate in a previous life.
Whose clothes are these? This isn't over yet. The veil here is as thin as in the cave where you found me. The same lonely feeling presses down. Something's written here. I believe it's from Marcy.
I feel an echo ringing, like a hum.
I've brought stew. 'Tis your favourite. Bread and water, too.
Oh, it smells so very good. Thank you. I'm sad to disappoint, but I am fasting.
As did our Lord Jesus Christ himself. Truly, you and he walk the same path. I'm so very proud of you.
Hugh Batch not let his sister starve herself.
He's convinced that she was chosen by God. Does she believe it too?
Let's look for Marcy. Kind of gone far.
What?
This is old. It must predate the Bachelors.
Early settlers? Natives? There's a way through. I can take care of it. I know. Is there a cave in New Eden that doesn't have occultists in it?
They were looking for the devil. Marcy was looking for God.
And now an angel has taken up residence. Red, come. I found something.
bloody knife in a dingy cave. Always a pleasure. It has something to tell us.
Now the past is mine to see.
Oh Lord, please, help me. I'm scared. I can't do this alone. Cut it down. Cut it deep. Well do I know it. Take my hands. Take my hands and mark them so your flock may see, so they will no longer doubt you. Do it, Marcy. Do it, my darling. Grant me the strength to do my duty. Your blood is the blood everlasting. I will speak your sainted words. They will listen and believe.
She cut herself. Where did the whispers come from?
My brother is a zealot. 2 peas in a pious pod.
Zealotry is often a symptom, not a disease.
There's a trail of blood. Let's follow it. Poor thing. How long has she been lying here, forgotten? And how has she gone unnoticed?
Perhaps the path was already blocked. I can feel her presence. You have her tie. Summon her.
Femi mi garamu.
Our Father who art in heaven, I thank you for your blessing.
Good day to you, Miss Bachelor.
My child, you may call me Marcy, for I am the angel Marcy, sent to guide and protect. Are you an angel too? I see your man with you. Were you sent to guide and protect him, to be his light in the darkness?
He should be so lucky. I'm Antea Duarte, and I'm no angel. This is Red McGrath. We're Banishers.
And what have you Banishers done? How far have you fallen? You stand swaddled in your guilt, ferocious in your blackened hearts.
Well, let's come back to that one, shall we?
You see, God speaks to me. In visions, he reveals his light. What would you ask him? What would you ask the Lord? Ask, and I will answer.
What is this place?
It's a blessing, isn't it? Our Lord guided you here, just as he did for me.
And how do we know it was God?
Don't you feel it? His warmth, his goodness, his light. It's him. Why, who else could it be? God called me to this blessed place that he, through me, may redeem it. This, my child, is what it means to be an angel.
Tell me more about these visions. What do you see in them?
He bade me follow his path, to suffer for those I love, as his son did before me. I agreed, of course.
Do you see God?
Not exactly. I see a lonely soldier defending his people from the demons, only for them to devour him from the inside. My visions are warnings. New Eden is sinking.
What happened to you, Marcy?
What happened? I opened my heart and let in the light. And do you know, it had always been there.
You starved yourself. You refused your brother's food. Is that what killed you?
God gave me a duty. I should sacrifice my body, as did his son, that my people may have forgiveness. I must carry the light to unbelievers, so that with it in their hearts, they may be saved by the light of the Lord.
You sacrificed your body for the salvation of others. I'm sorry. I don't know how that works.
Our people are plagued by evil. Darkness grips them.
I've noticed.
In the turmoil of my dreams, I'd watch them writhe and burn in endless flaming turmoil. I knew not what it meant, but you kindly helped me understand. In revealing to me the horror lurking in the shadows, God was showing me the goodness waiting in the light. My suffering lights the way to salvation.
We're gonna have to talk to Hugh about this, aren't we?
I notice you have the mark of the Lord. Your stigmata. How did you get them?
He gave them to me. He came to me, took my hands in his, bathed me in his divine light, and granted me his blessing.
We must leave you.
God goes with you, my child, whether you know it or not. Wait. I feel something. Someone. My brother. I'm here. Hugh. My brother!
Mr. McCrae, can you see her now? Is she not magnificent? Is she not a blessing from the Lord High God himself?
What are you doing here?
I'll justify neither my comings nor my goings.
You might have to, schoolteacher. Your own sister starved. How could you allow it?
Would you have me oppose the will of the Lord my God? No, never.
I know it pained him to see me suffer, but my suffering was the path to my sainthood.
Marcy had visions. She heard voices. Did you know this?
Of course I knew. They scared her.
God sent a trial to test me, but he also sent me a guide. My brother, sir.
Did you not talk to Reverend Davenport? Or Haskell, maybe?
Why would I do such a thing when the Bible is clear? In visions, God reveals himself to the chosen few. My sister is one of them. I'd known all my life that Marcy was special. Here was the Lord's own proof.
You took advantage of Marcy's trust. You let her starve.
No, I did not trust him. I trusted God. The Lord spoke to me. He set his mark upon me. He chose me.
Stop your doubting now and gaze upon the face of an angel and glory in the work of the Lord. Behold your salvation.
Let's get this over with.
Hugh Bachelor, you're haunted by the ghost of your sister Marcy. But you, sir, are a dangerous fanatic.
A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition, reject. You've had your admonitions. I reject you.
You drove your own sister to her death. Allow me to return the favor.
I hold fast the Lord's name and deny not my faith. Even when Marcy, his faithful martyr, was slain where Satan dwells. I hold fast. I hold fast! Wait, where are the gates? I hear no trumpets. I hear no trumpets. I trusted you.
With Hugh dead, Marcy can no longer feed on his essence. So why is she still here?
Maybe she's more attached to him than we thought. It's time to send our angel back to heaven. You're welcome. Even in the void, Marcy still believed she was an angel, or a fallen one. Poor Marcy. She didn't deserve that.
Neither her life of suffering nor its end. She deserved a better brother, I'm not just sure.
She's free now.
She was a pure soul. I mean, they all are beneath the dirt, but hers shone like a child.
Are you alright?
Old memories.
Your sisters?
Aoife, mostly.
If I'd had a big brother, I'd have liked him to have been like you.
I haven't visited her grave in a very long time.
We could visit her together, if you wish it. I'd be honored to go with you.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
I have the name. I don't have the full picture. When I do, I'll act.
Come, you have the name. You have the proof. The matter is simple, is it not?
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick. To condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits. Reinforcements! Get back up! One of these must be Lammy's hideaway. Lammy, you here? You were studying botany. Why botany? There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key. Arrowloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
You mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill. I take the heart, you take the roots. Quick and precise. Well done. Beware. Wards. Sorry, not this time. This isn't over yet. Did we miss a few? Not today.
Raging Vandal. This can't be good. There's more of them.
Don't let that spectre get to the corpse. Something lingers here that did not before. We're not alone. Watch out! Spectre possession.
Get lost, won't you? By a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure.
This place feels different. Something lingers here.
Could be Alexander. Or Caleb, for all we know.
Now would be a good time to speak a few words of power, just to be sure.
I could summon whatever's hiding here with a proper item.
We could get something that belonged to Alexander and something from Caleb. Something prized.
Let's check the workshop for anything left. If Caleb is lurking in God's Acre, that will help lure him. This will work if Alexander is involved.
Turn out and turn up!
Alexander it is, then.
Let's put him to rest.
Great! Reinforcements!
Don't just stand there. Move!
I really do hope it's the last time we cross paths with one of those infernal brothers.
I expected no less from them than to linger after their departure. Again.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside?
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
Deja vu.
He tried his hand at several translations.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something. You aim for the heart. I'll destroy the roots.
Red, come see this.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex?
More magic muckery. What exactly was he up to? His final notes sound optimistic. Did he succeed?
That book, again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
Should be useful. Join the target practice.
Like you need it.
The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive, and not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to, and the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Hellspawn. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Every totem killed makes it stronger. Look to me.
Blasted things free at last. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Over here. Look.
Still impressive. Guess we're not going that way.
For now. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lemmy can't be far.
Take care. The place is warded.
Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
Missed me?
Always.
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low. An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
I should give this place a proper sweep. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. You need to see this.
This place deserves a second look. This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did! A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual. Not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where, I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them, the very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now at first I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lemmy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
I don't think so. I can't help you. I'm with you once more. Think you could take on a ghost?
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be, then?
What was...
Innocence.
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Something's here.
Hidden.
Was that?
Yes. Something's here. Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you. They never learn, do they?
Something's nearby.
Where is it?